make sure I set up recording. Alright. That should be good. Okay. Oh, yeah, right. Left off where Maria's just died. Okay. Let me just look around the first floor, make sure I don't miss anything. I'm pretty sure most of the doors are locked anyway. Man, I'm sore. I decided to go to the gym today, even though I was already kind of like sore from the day before. That was a bad decision on my part. I don't feel like I got much done. I believe this is the elevator. What is this actually? Oh yeah, this is where I came from. I tried doing some like tricep extensions and I immediately felt like I wasn't going to be able to do them. So I didn't stay there for too long. Yeah, I think everything down here is locked. That's what it's looking like. Yeah. It's just the men's and women's bathroom. I think those are locked too. Maria's dead. I couldn't protect her. Once again, I couldn't do anything to help. Laura's run off somewhere. Mary. What should I do? You're really waiting somewhere for me? Or is this your way of taking? Going to find Mary, it's the only thing I have hope left for. Alright, so now I'm in Otherworld, actual like Silent Hill. So that way looks like progress, so let's go back here. See a lot more enemies now out in the streets. this way might actually be progress. Everything's a lot darker now. This is Heaven's Night. Lock's broken. Right, so I think it's the same map for the actual city streets. There's just more enemies now. It's a lot more dangerous. Just take a drink here. Okay, so there's the hospital, Rosewater Park, and the Silent Hill Historical Society. See, I think it was should probably make my way to the park. Yeah, let me make sure I'm not getting turned around. See, I don't think anything's over here. Just double check. Oh wow. Yeah, if you go out and look for ammo, you're not going to be exactly low on it. I do think if you up the difficulty though, the game spawns in less ammo. Okay. Guess we're not going to go down Saul Street. make sure I'm not getting myself too lost here. So let's see, I couldn't get to Heaven's Night. Let's see if there's any way around. I guess it couldn't hurt to look around for ammo right now. See, that doesn't go anywhere. Oh, yeah, hang on. I guess this will take me back to the streets of, like, old Silent Hill, I think. If it's not blocked off. Right, okay. Oh yeah, I forgot this place. Literant. Oh yeah, right, I gotta get the, yeah, so this is the... I don't remember if I mentioned it, but these are the streets of Old Silent Hill from the first game. I think, which cafe was it? It was like... I think Neely's Bar or Happy Burger. Where Harry met, oh, what's her name? Sybil. So there actually is an enemy down there, but he... I don't know if he can actually come up here. I've never seen him. Yeah, I've never seen him come up there, but I don't know if he actually can. Which is really creepy. Yeah, I think he just walks around like that. Climbs. I love this game. So yeah, everything's fucked now. No more, there's no more fog anymore, everything's just dark. Like I said, plenty of ammo if you like go out of your way to look for it, you're fine. But I think on the higher difficulties, you actually need to be looking around for it. Okay, so I gotta get to the Mexican restaurant. Yeah. Yeah. This is the place where I think this is the place where Harry was in the first game. First aid kit and some rifle shells. Which doesn't make sense. Those the shotgun shells should be called shells, but they're called bullets for some reason, I think. And the rifle bullets are called shells. I don't know if it's like a translation error. I guess they probably didn't know. Oh my god. Oh, so yeah, another detail is every like human corpse in the game is just James' model. You probably can't see it very well because like the face is all messed up, but they're all supposed to look like James. Like, I think actually in the game's files, they're, like, just the same, like, character model, but, like, slightly altered. Oh shit, I should go down Sanders Street. Hang on. Let's turn around and make a left. More ammo. I'm gonna have way more than enough ammo to get through the game now, I think. Health drink. Alright, should be coming up here. Not that one. There it is. Or perhaps you're a fool. The truth usually betrays people. Part of that abyss is in the old society. The key to the society is in the park at the foot of the praying woman, inside of the ground, inside of a box. To open it, I need a wrench. My patient buried it there. I knew but did nothing. It made me uneasy to have such a thing near. I wasn't looking for the truth, I was looking for tranquility. I also saw that thing. I fled, but the museum was sealed as well. Now no one dares to approach that place. If you still do not wish to stop, James, I pray to the Lord to have mercy on your eternal soul. Spooky. Alright, so now I have to go to the park. And I can get there by... Here, let me go save first before I do anything. Okay, Vox Road. This is gonna be a long trip down there. Okay, let me figure out where... Okay, so I might have to go... Cat Street. Okay, I think I can get down there. Let me try that. Ow. I don't know what the, like those coverings, like that I passed by, like the, here, I'll look at them when I get next to them again. But I don't know what those are supposed to be, like the big coverings with like the white sheets. I don't know exactly what those are supposed to be. Like these. I'm not sure. Oh, here. The door that wakes in the darkness, opening into nightmares. Sounds good to me. Oh, here, give me 1 second. Okay. Let's go ahead and reload. Okay, so this puts me... Yeah, perfect, okay. Puts me on the other side. So I forget where the, there was a hole here, it's gone now. Graffiti is, but that's one of my favorite, just like lines in the entire game. Like it's just like written on the wall and like, presumably blood. And like that's all it says, there was a hole here, it's gone now. I forget where it is. Here, let me look this up, because if I find it, I want to be able to show it off, because it's... I don't know why, but that specific thing just like creeps me out. Neely's Bar. Here, we're actually gonna go there, if I can still get there. I'm gonna make a little detour. If that's cool with you. Okay, so that is... Where is Neely's Bar? I believe that's in the old streets. God, the maps are so unwieldy. Okay, yes, okay. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna go back there real quick. Because I want to show it off. Oh yeah, so here are the apartments, by the way, that, from the first half of the game. They're, the gate's locked now. They picked, like, a really... I guess, like, one of the recurring images in the game is, like, the old, like, chain link fences. Because the, you know, like, the whole thing is the other world in this game is supposed to be, like, all decayed and everything. But, like, the... I don't know, like, the image of, like, old chain fences, like, probably, like, with a little rust on them, surrounding, like, an old abandoned building. That kind of stuff, like, is really kind of creepy to me. I think I mentioned it before somewhere, but, like, I sometimes will watch those, there are, like, guys on YouTube that do, like, urban exploration videos of, like, old abandoned, buildings, like, either factories, hospitals, or whatever. And, like, I don't know why, but that stuff just kind of, like, creeps me out for whatever reason. Alright, this should be Neely's bar, yeah. Try to find the entrance here. There we go. There was a hole here. It's gone now. Oh yeah, this one. If you really want to see Mary, you should just die. But you might be heading to a different place than Mary, James. That's all there is in here. So the second one, if you're going for the other endings, don't read this, like, don't interact with it. You can still read it like this, but if you actually walk up to it and hit this, that puts you towards the in the water ending, which is what I'm going for. But if you want to get any of the other ones, don't do this. So I don't know if this is supposed to be like a reference to Silent Hill 4, the room, because people have said that it's probably a reference to it, because there's a like the hole that leads you to the other world. And James' father is also in Silent Hill 4. He's like your apartment neighbor, I think. He's not like a major character or anything. He just kind of shows up at one point. But I think I think one of the directors said, because there's other references to this in the game. So oh yeah, it marks it too, because that's a place of note. So James is an alcoholic. After Mary died, he kind of like turned to I think Heaven's Night. You can find some like empty liquor bottles, and if you interact with him, James will comment on it. Like him saying he's like, I forget what it was. He says something about it. Like I think it's something like he says like, I don't want to drink right now. It's not that I don't drink. I drink a fair bit. So, yeah, after Mary's death, he kind of turned to that for, just for, like, you know, to escape from, like, his thoughts about his wife. And there's also, I'll talk about this, I'll mention it later when I, like, get closer to the game's ending. But when James, like, was coming to Silent Hill, it's kind of suggested that, like, when he was driving in his car, he stopped at the lakeside because he was intending to drive himself into the lake to drown himself. And the opening scene where he's kind of, like, in the bathroom, you know, like, washing over his face, he's kind of, like, getting I guess like getting a hold of himself to like stop himself from doing that. And that's where the game starts. Alright, where... I should probably check where I'm going. Okay, the end. I wonder if there's... I also like how the game just kind of lets you roam around for a bit. Like, it's not like... It'll block you off at some points in the town, but it... Like, I love how it just lets you wander around. Because, I mean, it doesn't hurt. The enemies really can't do that much to you if you're in, like, these open spaces. The only time when you really have to kill enemies is when you're in, you know, like, enclosed spaces, like in the apartment or anything, where they're actually, like, physically blocking your path. Wow, 3 health drinks. Or 2 of them. How many does that put me at? That's, like... 6. Yeah, I've been 8. Health kits. I should not be like hurting for healing anytime soon. So yeah, it'll have points where it blocks you off, but it kind of just lets you like run around for a bit. Oh yeah, and the I forget how you turn it off, but the flashlight actually will attract enemies to you. Oh, where's this at? This is the Bolorama. I don't need to be here right now. So yeah, I'm going in the... Yeah, we're going roughly in the right direction. Yep, okay. Alright, so if I were to go to the historical society right now, I wouldn't be able to get in because the door's locked off right now. Oh, nope, wrong way. So I gotta find that box by the statue in the park. Take it right here. The distortion effect also kind of, I guess it like fills in for the fog, like from the earlier half of the game. So it pretty much gives the same effect. Oh, what is it, not the... I've never noticed this. Lakeview Hotel, oh that's cool. That'll be important later. Because that's the second special place that James mentioned that him and Mary had. Alright, that doesn't open. Alright, there's probably going to be a bunch of enemies in here, if I remember. I actually don't remember where the statue is. I'm pretty sure I passed by it like the first time I came here. Oh. Hey, what do you know? Victim of persecution by the... Okay. So... What it says is filled in, victim of the persecution by the Christians. Jennifer Carroll lived with pride and honor. What happened here shall never be forgotten. So yeah, I'm assuming it's like censored out because the, I guess the English translators didn't want to cause like a big controversy because this was back in like the early 2000s. Silent Hill is kind of like a, dig, yeah. It's kind of like a Salem, Massachusetts. There was a lot of this is explored more in Silent Hill 1 and 3 with the cult, but there was like a lot of like witchcraft and stuff early on in like the colonial era when Silent Hill was founded. So that's one of the reasons why everything here is all cursed. Small little boxes fastened by bolts. I can't open the lid. Not if I use the wrench. And there's an old bronze key. Alright, so now I can get to the Historical Society. I think I can get that way if I... Yeah, that'll just loop around. I'll just come back out the way I came. I don't think there's anything extra. Like, there might be some ammo and health, but I'm not too worried about getting more of it. Yeah, I think if I remember, the reason why Silent Hill is like all fucked up at the moment is because there was some sort of like witchcraft ritual at some point where the cult of Silent Hill all I think it was like a ritual suicide of some kind of like the entire cult, and that kicked off the events for Silent Hill 1 with what's her name, the girl? Is it, I think it's Alessa, where they tried to use her to like rebirth the like the cult's god, and then that's also the main plot of 3. I don't know 1 and 3 as much as I do this game. Just because I think I think the horror in this game is a little more interesting because it's witchcraft and demon stuff has like been done in other like horror movies and video games. This one is just kind of like, it's more like I guess abstract or something. Like it's because it's just weirder. Like everything is coming from like James' conscience or mind. So it's like you kind of don't know what you're going to expect the first time coming in. Because like, it's like the first enemy of Silent Hill 1 is like this little imp demon that like comes crashing through a window. You just fucking blast it to oblivion with like your fucking Glock. It's just kind of, it's a little comical when it happens the first time. Nope. And you like compare that to like Pyramid Head, and it's just like you have no idea like how you're supposed to react to that scene. Alright, made it to the Historical Society. Do I have a map of the place, or is there no? I think it's small enough to where like there isn't really a map necessary. I think. Wait, check just in case. Nope, not in this room at least. There's nothing particularly special about this photograph. Nothing useful written on them. You can't interact with that. Oh, well then. Oh. Okay, so I'm not gonna go down there yet. Oh, I never noticed this. There's a photo of a deep hole. What could this be? That's a screenshot of like a layer thing that'll be important. Photo of the director of the old Brookhaven Hospital. Looks like he was a famous person in the town. Photo is hanging here. Brookhaven Hospital, 1880. This hospital was built in response to a great plague that followed a wave of immigration to the area. It was originally little more than a shack, but it gradually grew and grew. So yeah, Silent Hill, I think... It's weird because there's like old Silent Hill and new Silent Hill. I think this part of Silent Hill is like founded in the 1800s. Like the old one dates back to like early, like colonial America, I think. Oh, there used to be a painting here. Waterfront landscape. Alan Smith. Date of birth and death unknown. Scene of this area from long ago from this style looks like it was done something around 1820. There were a lot fewer people then and only a handful of buildings. Huh. Misty Day, Remains of the Judgment. It's him. Wilt's Coal Mine. Pyramid Head is probably one of my favorite like horror monsters, and he's so overused. Like the fucking movie, the Silent Hill movie, just throws him in there, just because like people recognize him. Like, and I hate that shit, because he's supposed to only exist within James's like, he's an apparition like made by James. I mean, the Dead by Daylight thing that he was put in was cool, because it's just like being an homage to like this game, and like the whole DLC stuff in Dead by Daylight is like a collection from stuff from like the original trilogy. So here's like a like opposite Snake Eater ladder. You got the Silent Hill stairs. You can hear boat sirens. Where this goes under the lake. Oh, no map of this area. So yeah, I am... So the Silent Hill, it should be on Nathan Avenue. So I am about... Yeah, so I think I'm underneath the boat launch right now. Make sure the game audio is loud enough so you can hear it. Yeah, it's fine. Right here. Let me raise that up a little higher. Listen to that. Just keeps going. Some kind of document is lying here. September 11th, 1820, prisoner number C, 221. I can't read the rest. What is this? this is where the layouts of the buildings start to not make any sense. Crimson and white banquet for the gods. Photo. Death by skewering. Execution at the prison. Death by skewering or strangling. To choose his death is the prisoner's last taste of freedom. Toluca prison camp. Built during the Civil War, later became Toluca prison. So there wasn't a Toluca prison put on the map. So I'm assuming this is... Oh yeah, here's the hole. There's nothing else in this room. The hole's so dark and I can't see anything.